Welcome to the party, pal. Your friendly neighborhood master chaos back with you once again. I was not going to be making a video today, but I said, you know what? I will send some screeners from MVD. It's the new round of Arrow titles for the month of March. I know you guys are interested in what's coming up and if it's worth your time. And, you know, as a reviewer, as a critic, if they send me free stuff, I have to pay it forward with a review, and I owe it to you, I owe it to them. So I said, what the hell? Let's talk Arrow. I'll take a brief moment out of my busy movie schedule at the moment, which I'll talk about in some other time. But things are moving forward, but they've slowed down considerably, which they shouldn't be. But whatever. Story for another time. For now, let's talk Arrow.
Back from the dead.
I've got 4 doozy titles here to discuss with you, and let's get right to it. I don't want to waste too much of your time. Let's go with the big one. Number 1, Come Drink With Me, the King Hu film. First of all, massive King Hu fan here. I love his stuff. Touch of Zen, Raining in the Mountains, I believe it's called. That's a really great one. I got that from Eureka. Oh gosh, there's another one that Criterion put out. I'm blanking on the name right now. Dragon Inn. Great, long movies. This is probably his shortest movie, actually. Yeah, because most of his movies are fairly goddamn long. So this one's his shortest movie at 93 minutes, I believe. 95 minutes, starring the incomparable Chang Pei, who is, of course, this lovely lady right here, who, strange to me, for some reason, everyone in the movie thinks she's a dude. This is not. There's no way that this is a man. She's got soft features, and her voice is obviously feminine. She doesn't oh my man, she doesn't do the voice. So what the hell? How is this? It was a stretch of the imagination to that they would believe that she was a woman dressed as a man or whatever. Regardless, let's talk about the plot. When the governor's son is taken hostage by bandits, a mysterious swordsman named Golden Swallow, played by Chang Pei, of course, is hot on their trail to ensure the son's release. What the bandits don't realize, however, is that Golden Swallow is actually a woman, and that the hostage is her brother. Determined to set him free, no matter how many goons she has to fight her way through, in doing so, she is aided in her quest by a drunken beggar, who may have a closer connection to the bandits' leader than he initially lets on. Decades before Ang Lee brought the wuxia genre to international attention with Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, in which Chang Pei plays the villainous Jade Fox, King Hu set the original template in what is still considered one of Shaw Brothers' greatest and most influential action masterpieces. I was familiar with this movie before watching this Blu-ray. I have it on a DVD, actually. This is a movie that was recommended to me by a friend who loves martial arts cinema, and he said, oh, you have to see Come Drink With Me. That's one of the landmark films. Revisiting it here now, I'm reminded why I didn't have a clear memory of it before. It's just one of those movies where I don't get why this is a landmark film. Now, maybe it's going back to it was the first of its kind. That's certainly, it packs a punch when it comes to its landmark status. Because if this is the first of that kind of wuxia style, then okay, then you set a template, and obviously you are the number one. You don't fuck with the original, as Sidney Prescott says. I get it, but as a movie, it's just okay. It's just okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the first half is really good, and then, well, I'd say the first 2/3 really good. Very simple story. She's coming to rescue her brother from a bunch of bandits. Who you think the bandits are the good guys, but they turn out to be the bad guys. And then she's the good guy working for the governor, which is weird because then the government is the good guy, and that's weird because that's never the case. But anyway, she's come to rescue her brother. Then she gets her ass beat, and she meets up with this beggar who's like a super badass staff, Bo Donatello type fighter. And then the movie becomes about him. And then literally like 2/3 into the movie, oh, forget you, Golden Swallow, Chang Pei, you go sit down, you're injured. Now it's this guy's movie and his subplot trying to fight an old, a classmate of his who they're fighting over this mystical magic stick. Oh, by the way, did I mention that the beggar has magic powers?
You must be kidding, aren't you?
Because he does. So it's a weird movie. It's an odd movie because it starts off pretty plain. It's a rescue attempt. She's got to get her brother. Blah 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 blah. And then it becomes this super powered, man movie that's completely separate from the girl hero movie. It's very strange. Man movie. That's a weird way to put it. But you know what I think you get what I'm tossing. It is a good movie. It is worth a watch. I don't know that I can 100% guarantee that you will love it or give you a recommend, like a solid recommend. Go get it right now. Who is an amazing director. Cinematography here is great. The choreography is really good. There's no kung fu in this. This is all sword play. So if you like sword play, get it. If you enjoy Shaw Brothers stuff, you're going to get it anyway. And this is a landmark film. I think it would have been nice, maybe a 4K upgrade to this would have been really neat. But whatever. For this one, I'm going to fall in the middle. I don't necessarily think it's, amazing. I don't think it's bad, but I just think it's okay. So I'm going to go with 3 stars for Come Drink With Me, which, by the way, is the weirdest title of all time because it factors into the plot at all. It doesn't factor into at all. 0. Nothing to do with drinking at all. People drink, and there's a part where someone drinks with her. But it's not like, oh, come drink with me. This is the big set piece where we all share a drink and it's poison or something. Nah, it has nothing to do with drinking at all. Except that one guy's drunk. But anyway, it's like calling, I hate to harp on it, but it's like calling Die Hard the limo ride. It's weird. You get a boatload of stuff. The number one thing I want to point out to you guys is the brand new audio commentary with film historian and critic and amazing cinema expert Tony Raines. Do listen to that. It is worth your time if you want to know almost everything. I would say everything, and beyond of the movie. Then you get an interview with Cheng Pei Pei, which is, I think it runs over 50 minutes. So prepare yourself. It's a lengthy one, but it's nice to hear from her. Then you get an interview from Yu Hua. I'm sure I butchered that name. He played the drunken beggar in the movie, and he's great. He's just really, really great. Then you get an interview with star Chang Hung Lie. I know I butchered that. Then you get a talk story kind of Q&A thing with Cheng Pei Pei at the University of Hawaii, moderated by George Chun Han Wang. I'm sure I butchered that. Cinema Hong Kong Sword Fighting, a documentary on the history of the wuxia genre and Shaw Brothers' contribution to it, which is great. There was one of those on the Shaw Brothers box set, and I really love that, so I do recommend you checking that out if you're interested in sword fighting in the movies. And you have interviews from a ton of amazing people: Gordon Liu, Lau Kar Lung, John Woo, Sammo Hung. It's kind of amazing. And then, of course, you get the trailers and all that good stuff. Let me show you the packaging real quick before we call it a day. You get this nice slip. I know there is an alternate slip. I forget who has it, Diabolic or Zavi or something. Here is the packaging. You get, I don't know if everyone's going to get the same thing, but I got a Mill of the Stone Woman card. And the booklet. Let's go through the booklet real quick. And then I'll show you the reversible. Look at this. That's the original artwork. I would assume. You know what? That's cool. I'm going to flip that to the original artwork. Beautiful, clean artwork here. Another version of the artwork here. Look at that. Wow, that's cool. That's beautiful. Man. The artwork in these things, breathtaking. Just breathtaking. Let's see if I can get to the front. Okay, here we go. Contents page right there. I think you can see that. It's your basic booklet. Lots of writing. And by basic, I don't mean that in a bad way. You know what I mean. Beautiful. Look at that. That's the hobo. A magic hobo. Let's put magical hobos aside and talk magical realism with To Sleep So As to Dream. Wow. Wee wow. This is the kind of movie that really sneaks up on you. I honestly initially had very little interest in it. I didn't know it. Obviously the cover isn't very indicative of what the hell's going on in the movie. After you watch it, you're like, yeah, okay, I can see that. I can see the movie now. But, it doesn't really tell you much. And let me show you the reversible. Let's start there. The original artwork tells you even less. Look at this. What the F is this thing? What?
What the hell am I looking at?
While I'm here, I should probably show you the booklet, too. Let's go through that real quick. I got another card from Mill of the Stone Women. I'm not sure if they're just tossing those out. Usually you get like a hint as to what's coming next, but I didn't see anything. Anyway, table of contents right there. Lovely little table of contents. You get The Miracle of To Sleep as to Dream, Kaizo Hayashi, director's statement. That's pretty cool. To Film So As to Sleep, an essay by Aaron Guerrero. And then you get the director's filmography and stuff like that. This movie snuck up on me. And I'll tell you what, it's not for everybody. This is a very, very wonderful little nugget of a movie, and it's one that deserves to be watched. Let's talk about the plot, and then I'll explain why I think this movie is probably my favorite discovery of the month. When Private Eye Otsuka and his sidekick Kobayashi are approached by an aged former actress, Madame Cherry Blossom, to go in search of her kidnapped daughter Bellflower, their investigation leads them to the studios of the mysterious Empathé Company. Here, Otsuka has a strange vision in which he comes face to face with the beautiful star of the 1915 Chambara film that appears to have no ending. From then on, things begin to get a little strange. Presented as a modern-day silent film with interstitial titles to help the plot along, this stark black-and-white movie is a singular experience, and I frankly have never really experienced anything like this. Amongst the most impressive and critically regarded Japanese films of the 1980s, To Sleep So As to Dream finally makes its home video debut outside of Japan in a brand new restoration supervised by the director himself. Drifting between illusion and allusion, it is chock full of references to Japan's rich cinematic heritage and features cameos from a host of veteran talent and Baroque sets created by Takao Kimura, the Nikatsu art designer fondly remembered for his flamboyant work with Seijun Suzuki in the 60s. The less you know about this movie, the better. I'm going to tell you right now, this is a 4-star movie. 4 stars. Now, I would have given it 5, but I feel the movie does kind of drag a little bit in the middle. It only runs about 80 minutes. It's, I believe, 83 minutes, something like that. Yeah, 83 minutes. So it's not a long movie. I felt the middle was a little sluggish. I don't like a flabby middle myself. This is a movie that is quite spectacular. It's in black and white. It's dreamlike. It feels like if David Lynch made a Japanese movie. That probably tells you right the fuck there. If David Lynch made a Japanese movie, this would be it. With a caveat, this one has a story that is easily pieced out. In the beginning, you'll be confused. There's a detective. He fucking loves boiled eggs. He eats boiled eggs like it's fucking oxygen. It's so strange.
Eggs! Eggs!
There's weird little touches like that. The movie, like I said, is very dreamlike. It uses magical realism. It's not exactly, a standard movie by any stretch of the imagination. But what this movie does is it delivers such a gripping story because you're engaged. You want to know what the fuck's happening. You're in it to win it, and that's the greatest compliment I could pay a movie. If it lets me be in on the game, I want to play. Let me play, but tell me what the game is. And the movie brings you along with it instead of keeping you at arm's length, which is fantastic. And then you get to the ending. I'm not going to spoil it here, my friends, but this is... It hits you. It hits you hard when you realize what the movie was and what the whole quest was about. You get a whole new understanding of cinema. And I don't say that lightly. I do not say that lightly because it sounds like hyperbolic
bullshit.
But to me, it really hit me. It really hit me. And I hope it hits you too. I recommend this one. But it's not for everybody. Remember that. To Sleep So As to Dream is a masterpiece, in my opinion. Near 5 stars. But 4 stars is where it's going to land for me. Just because that sluggish middle gets a little... let's get to it. But honestly, knowing where it goes, when I rewatch it, I think it's probably not going to bother me as much. And I'll probably notice more details to pay off that ending even more. So it's worthy of a rewatch. It's worthy of your time. It's not for everybody. If you liked Snake Girl and the Silver-Haired Witch, you'll like this movie.
Thanks for the advice.
Last but not least, I'm not going to spend much time on this because it's been out. This was just sent to me for review. I guess this is the standard edition. I'm not sure. But Mallrats, Kevin Smith's Mallrats. I'm not going to spend much time on it because Mallrats, people have talked about Mallrats. There's nothing much to say. I think it's probably one of his funniest movies. I was a fan of it back in the day, but I'm not really a giant Kevin Smith fan, to be honest. He doesn't really do anything for me. I think most of his movies feel very one note. I love the characters in this. I love the dialogue. I love Joey Lauren Adams' boobs in this.
Hell yeah, nigga.
Also, Claire Forlani, oh my God, Shannon Doherty, beautiful. I mean, the beautiful actresses. Stan Lee in one of his greatest cameos ever.
The Thing. Is this dork made of orange rock like the rest of his body?
It's a superhero secret.
Long live Stan Lee. Rest in peace, wherever you are, sir. It's fine. If you know you like it, you like it. I don't know that it's going to gain a new audience, but it probably is. It's definitely a movie that has aged well. As a matter of fact, there's a 12-minute interview here with... you know what I just forgot? Oh my God, I didn't tell you the special features for To Sleep So As to Dream. Let's go back to that. Tons of wonderful stuff here for To Sleep So As to Dream. You get a brand new audio commentary with Tom Mez and Jasper Sharp, and they certainly know their shit when it comes to Japanese cinema. Then you get another audio commentary with the director Kaizo Hayashi and lead actor Shiro Sano, recorded in 2000. And you get a brand new interview with the film's lead, How Many Eggs, actor Shiro Sano talks. And I told you there was a whole bunch of shit with eggs in this movie. Then you get something called Talking Silence, Benshi Midori Sawato Talks, a brand new interview on early Japanese film culture and the art of the Benshi silent film commentator. Then Midori Sawato performs The Eternal Mystery, an exclusive Benshi performance to the film within the film. Then you get the restoration of To Sleep So As to Dream. It's a featurette on, obviously, the restoration. Then something I really liked, Fragments from Japan's Lost Silent Heyday, a selection of scenes from silent Jidaigeki films from the Kyoto Toy Museum archive. All great stuff, and they just make the movie and the packaging even more worth it. Anyway, back to Mallrats. 3 stars. I'm going to go with 3 stars for it. It's okay. I like it. It's fine. You know, I don't love it. I don't think I necessarily think it's a good movie. I don't think it's a bad movie. It's fine. It's good. That's it. Yeah. You know, it's good in a meh kind of way. Not good in like, it's good, man. You know, it's fine. It's fine. I'll go with that. 3 stars, Mallrats. You know what? You love it. Let's talk about the special features, and I've got something special for you. Not just my glowing personality, but something else. Stay tuned, because I've got something very special for you. You could win something free. Holy shit. Let's talk about the special features. Almost too many special features to name here, but I will go through them. You get an audio commentary with Kevin Smith, the producer Scott Mosier, and archivist Vincent Pereira, as well as actors Jason Lee, Ben Affleck, and Jason Mewes. You get like the aforementioned introduction to the film by Kevin Smith. It runs 12 minutes. He goes a little long for an introduction, but it's nice to hear his take on it, and it has a very warm ending, and I enjoyed that. Then you have My Mallrats Memories, an interview with Kevin Smith, and a tribute to producer Jim Jacks by Kevin Smith, interview with Jason Mewes, interview with cinematographer David Klein, Hollywood of the North, an animated making of documentary featuring Minnesota crew members who worked on the film, then deleted scenes. Kevin Smith and Vincent Pereira discussed deleted scenes and sequences originally cut from the film. You get outtakes, cast interviews, erection of an epic, the making of Mallrats, Q&As, archival Q&As, Built Me Up Buttercup music videos. Almost too much, but if you're a Mallrats fan, hey, you got yourself covered. Now, let's talk about what you get out of this. Well, one of you is going to get a copy of Mallrats. All you got to do is be in the U.S. and comment down below with your favorite Kevin Smith movie. And also that means that you watch to the end of this video, which means I love you very much, and thank you so much for spending your time with me. Let me know your favorite Kevin Smith movie. If you're in the continental United States, I will send you this, first person, 100%, and I'll pin that comment so everyone knows it's already been done. So thank you so much for watching, my friends. I love you very much. I'm busy these days, but I'm not going to be gone from the channel very often. I promise I'll be around. I mentioned the word retirement, and I think I was just having a bad day. Extended leave, we'll put it that way. But for now, my friends, I got to jump off. You got things to do, and so do I. So remember that I love you. Take care of yourselves, and I will meet you again. But for now, signing off.